Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Never failed, it's all progress, my friend. Life can be difficult at times, can't it? And we go through a lot of difficult times in our lives. I think it's important that we have that awareness that, do you know what, not every single day things are going to go our way. And believe you me, the last couple of weeks, the first 2 months in 2025 have been quite challenging. It's been fantastic for work. However, it's not been so great with health, and I've not been feeling too well, and it seems as though that I'm playing a hypothetical game of tennis in life, and I just keep batting those problematic issues back. But do you know what? I'm positive, and I'm raring to go in this life, and I'm never going to let it stop me, and it certainly doesn't define me. Now, my friend, it's not always easy, is it? But do you know what? When I look around me, even in my family, there are things which happen all the time, and if I could have God's hand of action to say, if I could only do it this way, or if I could only usher them approaching it this way, or perhaps if they applied themselves a little bit differently. But that's the thing, isn't it? We can only influence good, we can only try to nurture good, and we hope that our friends, our families, our loved ones will kind of open up to taking that in a positive way. Recently, I had a comment on one of my latest clips, which was in no way at all a negative, and I think somebody took it a wrong way. So I really just want to put that out there, that these clips are really, please, 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 are really not a way of me telling you, get yourself up, type of grow up, and do you know what, just get on with it. Because yes, this life is precious, but what you're going through is very, very real and very, very personal. And I want to just take this moment to say that actually, do you know what? Even in our darkest times, and then when we think we've failed and we think we've fallen flat on our face in life, try to look at the situation. And when I say look at the situation, do whatever you need to do to get you through. If it takes you a couple of weeks and then you look back on it and you're feeling down and you're feeling like that you just can't get yourself to go again, never ever look at it as it's a fail, okay? Because the thing is, anybody can make a mistake. As long as it's not a purposeful error which you're setting out to do, okay, which, let's be honest, 9 times out of 10 in life, people aren't going to do that. But if you've made a mistake, or perhaps a job interview hasn't gone your way, or perhaps there's something going on in the family at the moment and everybody's stressed and people have said a few things which, let's be honest, at heart they don't mean, or perhaps their finances aren't particularly great this month and you can't necessarily do what you wanted to do, what you'd planned back at Christmas, or perhaps it's something where you're just feeling in a bit of a rut. Let's be honest, my friend, life is difficult, but it's an amazing roller coaster at the same time as well. If only we could sift those difficult times out, isn't it? Do you know what? How many times I wish I could do that, but we can't. But the one thing we do have control over, my friend, is our perception of how we look at life. Now, I think it's difficult, but at 31 years of age, I sit in front of you and I've worked on my perception of how to look at life. And unfortunately, I've not been completely lucky in different times of our life, particularly quite heavily around health, and it's been a bit of a difficult time lately in the last couple of weeks, but you know what, it's not going to stop me. And I've not failed and I've not done anything wrong, and I keep picking myself up and going again. It's important for me to do that, but I realise that everybody, it's not so easy to do that. But we do, and I hope, God willing, that we get there in the end. All of us. But you know what? If any of those things we've talked about has happened to you, it's not your fault. You've not failed. It's all progress, my friend. So going back to the analogy, if it's a job interview and it's not quite worked for you, you've grown, my friend. You've developed and you've got that experience. If it's something in the family, you're human beings. You've all got a whole beautiful concoction of opinions and views and life experiences, and you bring all that together, and sometimes it's not all harmony. Sometimes it's a big explosion in an argument, but at the end of the day, it means you love, it means you care, and it means that you're trying to nurture those around you, you're trying to support and you want the best for them. If it's finances, at the end of the day, do you know what? Money, yes, it's really, really hard to come by. And there are people in this world who are very, very privileged. And there are people in this world who just get by. But try to always see the happiness, I would say, my friends, in the small things. Now, I'm somebody, if I didn't have anything, I would always make out that I did. And that's a very personal thing for me. But you know what? I worked hard, but I've also come up against times where I've not been able to continue with my career. I've not been able to do things which I've wanted to do. But you know what, my friend? Anybody who works so hard in life, there are great things to come. And I would truly, truly, truly suggest that people home in on that actually there are good things to come. And I do truly believe, and I know there will be people who disagree with me on this, but if you work hard to put good into this world, I do truly believe that it makes its way back to you. And I know we've got to go through some, let's be honest, sometimes mountains in this life before it gets back to us, but I do truly believe it does. And if you're going through things, perhaps at work it's not going quite the way you'd planned, or that you've worked really hard, and perhaps the recognition isn't necessarily coming back to you, or perhaps it's a family member, or perhaps it's a relationship. You've not failed. It's all progress. We're all on this journey of life, and everybody's journey is different. And some people's journeys will seem very, very straightforward, but never judge or make assumptions, because you may only be able to see part of their road. You can't see the foundation. You can't see what they've gone through. And let's be honest, we all go through storms in this life as well. So never assume, never judge, because we're all on a journey, and it's all progression, my friend. And it's so, so important to keep taking that step. One foot at a time. Doesn't matter how fast you're doing it. The person next to you could be running. You don't need to be. You could only just be shuffling forward, but it's all progress, my friend. So never look at it that you failed. Okay, you've made a mistake, but mistakes grow us. They teach us things about ourselves, and they help us to educate ourselves, to knowledge ourselves about what we can do, what we can't do, what we enjoy. Perhaps they help us find our passions in life. They help us find what our gift is in life. And if it's a mistake in a relationship, then as long as you've got a breath in your body and your mind is strong and healthy and well, and your heart is still beautiful and beating, then do you know what? There are so many incredible people out there, and it will happen, my friend. It will happen, honestly. Just keep doing those good things and it will happen. And lastly, let's just look at it quite simply and bring it all back, is on a very, very morbid note, but as I always say when I look in the mirror, there are people who don't get up and get to do what I'm doing today. There are people who have not had that luxury, that blessing of being able to sit down, take a moment, do something what they enjoy, and share and spread goodness and kindness. There are people who are going through hell right now, and I'm in a lovely home, I've got my wonderful family around me, and I'm feeling reasonably fit, well and healthy. The small things, sometimes we don't necessarily concentrate, but they do define us. And okay, we all want those great things in life and the perfect story and everything to just be that cascade of wondrous kind of dreams and aspirations. But you know what? That will come. That will come. But the small things is what defines us. And sometimes, okay, remember this, that end goal is fantastic, but it's the journey along the way. So never failed, my friend. It's all progress on that journey. God bless, take great care. And I really, really do hope that this is helpful. And again, remember, it's never ever any personal connotation of kind of get up and you need to do this and you need to shake yourself and it's not valid, or it's something small you're going through, because it's not. Even if somebody else thinks it's a small thing you're going through, to you it's huge because it's your life. And you know what? You're entitled to feel that. You absolutely are. So it's never me saying that to anybody. It is simply me just trying to share my 31 years of experience and all the ups and downs in this bumpy road of life, which, do you know what? There's so, so much great. And the difficult times, there is great in those as well. And I just want to share that. So I really do hope that it really does come through. And I really do hope that people see that in a very, very positive light, because from my heart to yours, that is only ever what it's meant to be. Positive. So on that note, God bless, take great care, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye now.